Hello everyone, Chris Glasser here. Do you think that being mayor of Kalamazoo is more like being a CEO or more like being a chairperson on a board of directors? With big mayoral races like those in New York and Minneapolis in the news, I wanted to talk about how not all mayorships are the same. You see, in Kalamazoo, we have what is called a weak mayor system. That means that the city manager, who is hired by the city commission, is the one who handles day to day operations, much like an executive director at a nonprofit or the CEO of a corporation. Compare that to a city like New York, where the mayor acts in the same way as a governor of a state or the president of a country, where they have much more executive power. I served as the president of the board of directors for the Kalamazoo East Side Neighborhood Association, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. This is a very similar dynamic to being mayor in a city like Kalamazoo. As president, I served as the chair of the board of directors. I led the meetings and assisted with creating the agenda, but at the end of the day, I had one vote just like the other directors. The executive director served at the pleasure of the board and handles day to day operations of the organization. While I was in regular communication with the ED and they would often look to me for guidance, there was very little that I could do unilaterally as president. Again, this is similar to the role of mayor. They lead city commission meetings and can help form the agenda, but their vote is equal to the votes of the vice mayor and the commissioners. Here is the text straight from the city charter outlining the powers of mayor. While I was at Western studying public administration, we looked at a lot more of those operational components like management of employees and contact with citizens. This is different from the mayor and the commission, who essentially acts as the body of final approval for contracts and ordinances. So while legally there's not much distinction between mayor and commissioner, the influence of mayor is very much up to the individual. Does their leadership go beyond the city chambers? The mayor is still viewed as the head of the city and can set the tone for what the city stands for and what the city's priorities are. The public will still view the mayor as distinct from the rest of the commission. What will the mayor do with that distinction? Right now, we have a president who is stretching his executive power beyond the rails of the Constitution. Will we have a mayor that stands up against authoritarianism and say, not in our city? We will not bend, we will unite? We will work with our partners in neighboring cities, villages, and townships and say no to intimidation. It's difficult realizing that midterms are a year and a half away and the presidential election is 3.5 years away. Your vote is one of the most important tools that you have, but you don't have to wait until 2026 or 2028. The time for change is now. We can start fighting against fascism and start fighting for our fellow citizens now. Going back to the city manager, the person that handles day-to-day operations, guess what? The city is in the middle of selecting a new manager. So what I ask of you is this. Today, be a part of the process to ensure that the city selects the right manager for a brighter future for Kalamazoo. And in November, do the same thing at the ballot box when selecting our next mayor and commissioners.